Hi, and welcome back. My name is Cher, and I am always harping about being guided by intuition because building that sixth sense can really serve you in life. Because the world that we live in speaks energy. Even though I might be speaking English, the world speaks energy. And sometimes when we're trying to make a decision, we can feel apprehensive or it doesn't feel quite right. We can feel like our inner guides are trying to tell us something. And the big confusion and question for a lot of people is, well, how do I know if it's fear or intuition that I'm sensing? Which is a fair question because they both present really similar. And here's the answer. Fear is a low-level emotion, so there's a heaviness. There's often a negative life experience attached. So for example, if you're going to buy a bicycle and you're feeling like, maybe I shouldn't do that, that apprehension comes in. It's a good idea to sit and think about, has there been any negative life experiences? Perhaps you'll come across an old memory of childhood where you got into a speed wobble and you wiped out and you scraped your chin all up. That's not my story. Well, maybe it is. But regardless, it's a good idea to sit and think if there has been any moments in your past that are now playing a role in this present decision. It's also a good idea to make a list of your fears and see if any of them are showing up also in this current decision. So intuition, on the other hand, is much lighter. It's more compassionate and content and soft and loving. It's a gentle knowing without knowing, people like to say. And fear is none of that. It is a knowing attached to something. It's more worrisome, it's more concerning, it's heavier. And we all have intuition, we're all born with that. But the problem is it gets buried beneath the layers and layers and layers of social conditioning. And that can really squash and flatten your uniqueness and your intuition. We're like a sheep in the herd. So here's some things that you can do to strengthen your intuition. First of all, take time for yourself. Carve out 5 minutes or 15 and do something that's still for you. What's meaningful to you, like walking in nature or reading a book, because that busyness and the multitasking and the device distraction, those are all things that can extinguish, like just squash out that spark of intuition, like a cigarette under a shoe. You're just going to extinguish it that way. So you can also observe the energy in your environment. And by that I mean just stop wherever you are, pause and take a look around and just sort of, if you're a people watcher, you're already halfway there. Just stop and observe people. Sometimes I'll do this even like in a busy store or a Walmart or something, and just kind of watch people and just sort of feel the energy of the environment. Because when you do this, you're already removing yourself as one of the sheep from the herd. You're now on the outside of the fence, just observing. And that one step removal from all that busyness and all that noise is now taking you one step closer to that higher knowing. It's like having a clearer Wi-Fi signal so that that higher knowing can get through. The other thing I like to do is to listen to white noise in the room. We don't really notice it unless our ears are ringing or something like that. But if you just sit and you listen, it is always there. It is how our phones connect. That is the universal language of energy and frequency and vibration. So connecting to that, so important. So just setting your humanness aside and just connecting to that energy and frequency and vibration. And then the other thing I like to do is if I have a question, I will speak it out there into the universe. I'll just say the question and then I'll meditate. And not meditate on the question, but just clear my mind of everything and just meditate. And when I come out of it, I take note of how I feel, not what I think, how I feel about that decision or that question. So these are all things that can help you strengthen your intuition. And I love that Steve Jobs said that your intuition is more powerful than intellect, which is so true, because when you're in that pocket or in that zone that athletes talk about, it really is like a spiritual state where peak performance can happen. So good luck strengthening your intuition. We'll see you next time, and don't forget to subscribe.